This one's sensitive. Okay.
Fat Joe responds to the member from Dem Franchize Boyz, and he sounds serious. This is Fresh Hip Hop Opinion with your guy Oleezeh. Don't forget to subscribe. So, remember a few weeks ago, Fat Joe was speaking on Boosie's current lawsuit regarding copyright infringement. And while discussing that situation, Fat Joe went and spoke about how he could have sued a whole bunch of artists that copied some of his hit songs like Lean Back and Make It Rain. And he dropped names too. And one of the groups he named was Dem Franchize Boyz. Well, one of the members from that group responded to Fat Joe, and he wasn't happy. But Fat Joe has come online and he has responded to that response. Check it out.
Now, what I was saying out of love, speaking on Boosie and Rod Wave, I was saying, and I get it. If somebody hit you up and told you, yo, Fat Joe's dissing you, he's saying you robbed this song, that he should sue you, I get it. If it comes from left field, you got the right to be upset because you never looked for this or you didn't even know. But I'm saying that even when it was #1 in the world, these records, I was cheering for them. And I was happy they were making money. Not once in my life did I think of suing someone. Not once in my life did I think of suing someone. So this ain't about suing people. This ain't, and Fat Joe, he not the OG that delusional. I am the algorithm. I am the algorithm. What does that mean, Joe? Anything moving comes through here. Any type of movement. If Jada's on fire, if Jada Pinkett's on fire and the whole world talking about her, she come see Fat Joe to sit down and clarify. Because you the people know, what's up to my brother Common, what's up Common, I love you. You the people know he's authentic. Joe a real one. Joe a real one, he's authentic. He not gonna lie. I love you, Common. And so, she'll come. I don't want to get into it too much. If Palestine, Israel is the biggest shit in the world, I get invited to the vice president's house. Let's talk about, I am the algorithm. These other guys are pretending. They ain't never been real like me. They never did this. I'm be honest with you. Now, I put out a record, Lean Back, the joint, 47 weeks, #1. You know what it was if you was alive when Lean Back was here. You couldn't go to a club without 45 minutes straight of Lean Back on. And it was #1 in the country, meaning it was #1 in Atlanta as well. Okay? Lock that door there, because I don't know why we're hearing the voice. So, that means if it's #1 in America for 47 weeks, it's #1 in Atlanta too. Right? And so the brother says, he hears that Fat Joe says something about him. He gets upset. He tells me how he's from the South. He's from the Bankhead. He's from this and that. It's cool, brother. Nobody was ever talking to you about gangster stuff. Nobody was there. In fact, when I did think, you know, I inspired your songs and you was making all that money, I never try to approach you or sue you. And I'm not the guy. If I sue you, it's like Jesus is on earth, right? So now, the brother say he never heard Fat Joe, it wasn't popping. You gotta understand, Lean Back was out before these other songs I talked about. Lean Back is paranoia, pandemonium, on smoke, every radio station, every 2 minutes. You could believe that maybe you didn't get inspired, but sometimes subliminally, you might get inspired. Subliminally, you don't even know that you inspired. Now, what does that mean? It means my people don't dance. They just pull up their pants and do the rock away. Now, lean back. Lean back. I said, my people don't dance. They just pull up their pants and do the rock away. Now, lean back. Lean back. Lean with it, rock with it, lean with it, rock with it, lean with it, rock with it, lean. My people don't dance, they just pull up their pants and do the rock away. Now lean back, lean with it, rock with it, lean with it, rock. Yeah, it's on a Dirty South beat, but I'm not delusional. Then, you know when guys get away with the crime, they spin the block. So on top of being influenced without even knowing that, he shouts me out 5 times on the song. Yo, just act like Fat Joe and snap your fingers. Act like Fat Joe and snap your fingers and you lean back. Bro, this ain't Dirty South. This ain't East Coast. Fat Joe, my brothers, I got so many calls from CeeLo. I got so many calls from everybody from Atlanta that was saying sorry for your brother. I love the South. I love the ATL. And brother, I love you too. So you don't need the ice grill. You don't need to be tough. You don't need the bass in your shit. This ain't about nothing. I just thought I inspired you. You did shout me out and told them to dance the same way on the song 5 times. Just snap your fingers like Fat Joe, then you lean back. Man, he thought it was similar. Now, I'm in a diner with my brother Stan. What they call Stan in the streets? Just Stan the man? That's what they call him, or we call him?
Instagram Stan.
No Instagram Stan? My Haitian sapase brother. My daughter calls him her uncle. We in the morning, one morning, we eating breakfast in a diner out here in, what's that shit they call in Fort Lauderdale? La Ola's. So Stan tells me, yo, Joe, I was in the strip club last night, and these guys, he might have been talking about BMF, I don't know. These guys came in the club, and they started throwing money in the air, throwing mad money in the air. Before that, when you went to a strip club, you tipped the girl. You grabbed her panties or whatever her shit is, and you gave her a little $20 and you tipped her. You gave her $100 if you was a... You never threw money. I'm just trying to tell you, young kids that don't know no better, right? No one ever threw money.
BMF really started that shit.
I'm saying, I don't know if it's done personally. But what Stan was saying, there was some dudes, he never said BMF. I'm going to say maybe BMF. But Stan told me I was in the club, and these guys was in there with mad money, and they was just throwing the money in the air. I said, throwing the money in the air? I was bugging out. I was like, what do you mean? He was like, you know, throwing the money in the air. And I said, so what happened to the money? You mean like it was drizzling? He was like, yeah, the money was like drizzling. And I said, shit, they was making it rain. Okay, guys? Because a lot of you guys think I started in 2000. I started in 93. I'm just an old that looks fly. Okay, guys? To that point, I had never heard a human being say, make it rain. To that point, I had never heard the phrase, make it rain. Now, make it rain comes out. Made me a lot of money. I went independent. I sold 4 million records. We actually couldn't. I was pushing the money back in the mailbox. It was coming, so much money was coming in. I was pushing it, like kicking it in, like, please, no more. I can't believe this, please. Went #1, 4 million records sold. Now, right after, a young lady, I don't know who it is, but she made a song called Make It Rain, Yeah, Make It Rain, Yeah. Make it rain, yeah, make it rain, yeah. Well, now, if you invented with your crew a song called Oogly Boogly, and out of nowhere somebody from Arizona comes and makes a song Oogly Boogly, Oogly Boogly, Oogly. I'm not delusional. I do not say this shit out of delusion. What I do is deal with facts. Okay? So, did I think of suing? No. Do I ever want to sue? No. Was I happy for a young sister, a young crew making money off of shit I inspired? That's what hip hop's about. I've sampled people way back in the day that we, And so when you say he's the delusional, the South, this and that, Make It Rain was #1 in Atlanta too, guys. See, the thing is, I'm not yet. I'm not. And so when people talk about me, I come back with receipts. And then you take it like you want. I have no problems with nobody. Never want to sue nobody in my life. If I sue you, you deserve it. I had a lawsuit. I still have a lawsuit one time ever in my life. And that was for the accountants who stole millions and millions of dollars from me. And being that they're corporate and they them guys, I had to play their game and sue them so I could get my money back. And we still in court. Just to be clear, it's the only people I ever sued in the history of mankind. And I've been sued 30 times. I got 2 lawsuits now. What does that mean, Joe? Well, if you sue me and you got $2 to your name, and I'm a multi-millionaire, I gotta hire the best guy in the world, a Johnny Cochran. He's charging me all kind of prices to protect my money. Does that make sense to you? It's very unfair.
Wow, Fat Joe doesn't really respond like that to most artists that speak about him. He actually went on for quite a while. So it must have bothered him. Do you know what? At first I thought Fat Joe was just capping, was a bit deluded as he was saying. But the way he put it there, I could see what he means. But those were not grounds of suing anyone anyway. It wasn't copying. Fat Joe didn't word his sentence originally correctly. If he just said he influenced, it'd have been cool. But the fact that initially he said he could have sued other artists for copying him is a bit of a stretch. But as usual, people, I want to know what you lot think. Let me know in the comments if Fat Joe made some valid points, or was he still reaching with what he's saying? Let me know in the comments, y'all. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bizzle. It's Fresh Hip Hop Opinion. Peace and love.